Chapter 13. My alarm clock was buzzing. I reached out to shut it off. "Mom," I tried to say, "I still have more time to sleep. Turn off my alarm." But for some reason, my tongue seemed to take up so much of my mouth that I couldn't say the words. The buzzing sound got louder. Stupid alarm. Why wouldn't it turn off? All I wanted to do was sleep. My eyes felt like they were glued shut. I tried to push them open, but they wouldn't obey. What was wrong with my dumb body anyway? I lifted my hand to force my eye open, and my hand felt as if it weighed 1,000,000 pounds. Finally, it got to my face and pulled my unwilling eye open. Now, if I could just find my alarm clock and turn the buzzing off so I could sleep. My vision was so blurry. But wait, this didn't look anything like my bedroom. Where was I anyway? My whole body ached. There were cacti, and then I realized where I was. The desert. Everything came rushing back to me. "Robbie," I croaked. There was no answer from the slumped body next to me. My fuzzy brain took a minute to realize that even though my room and my alarm had been only a dream, the buzzing sound was real and it was still going. If it wasn't my alarm clock, what was it? I looked up in the sky. A plane. I stared into the blueness to make sure that this wasn't another dream, but there was definitely a small airplane up there circling around. An airplane that was probably looking for us. I tried to get up. If only I could just stand up and wave my arms and shout. The airplane buzzed in the sky as it flew to the south of us. I forced myself to really sit up from my slumped position. "Robbie, hang on. We're gonna be rescued." My tongue was so swollen that I didn't know if it made the actual words or not. But Robbie had to know. I pushed my hand over to him and tried to shake him. Robbie didn't answer. He almost seemed as if he were... I couldn't think it. It was just too awful. I wouldn't let myself think at all. I knew Robbie would be okay. I just had to hurry up and get us rescued. I put my hands on the seat I'd made and tried to push my body to a standing position, but I felt so weak. My legs were like rubber, and just as I thought I was standing up, my knees buckled and I fell. Lying on the ground, I watched the plane grow to be only a speck and heard the buzzing get further and further away. The plane hadn't seen us. Our last hope, and I hadn't been strong enough to make it see us. I began to cry, but no tears came. My throat was so parched that I sounded more like a moaning animal than a kid. The ground was burning hot, and I knew I should drag myself back onto the seat I'd made in the shade. But it just all seemed like so much work, and pretty soon I'd be dead anyway. I lay there feeling both asleep and still vaguely awake. How could the plane have been right up there and still not have seen us? Then I heard the buzzing grow louder again. I rolled from my stomach to my back and stared into the sky as the little plane dipped down and flew almost directly overhead. "Please, please, please," I prayed. "Please see us here and help us." No one seemed to hear those cries because the plane circled us once again and then flew away. Then I realized that something brightly colored was falling toward me. In the quiet of the desert, it smacked the ground about 3 feet from me. Too weak to get up and walk to it, I forced myself to crawl over the rocks to reach the bright color. Every time my already hurt knee made contact with the ground, it throbbed so much that I yelped in pain. But I kept going. As I got closer, the fluorescent yellow and orange became even brighter. Finally, I sank down right next to it. I was panting like a dog and trembling all over. I forced my hand, almost claw-like, to grab what looked like a Velcro black wallet with orange and yellow fluorescent stripes on it and long pink and orange fluorescent streamers attached to it. It took all my strength to tear the Velcro apart. Inside was a piece of paper with bold black marker on it. If only my eyes could read it. I rubbed my eyes with the back of my hand, trying to make the words come into focus, but they were just a black blur. Desperate, I tried moving the paper at different angles. Still, the words wouldn't come into focus. Finally, shutting one eye and squinting with the other, I read, "Help is on the way. Stay calm. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office." I grabbed the paper to my heart. I had never read more perfect words. Help is on the way. I repeated it again and again in my brain. We were going to be saved. "Robbie," I tried to call. "Hold on. Just hold on. We're not gonna die."